What is up, Packer fans? Back again. Here we are, week 13. The Packers play on Thanksgiving night against the Miami Dolphins. They have to fly up here from Miami, obviously, to face off at Lambeau Field against the Packers, who are 8-3. The Packers, obviously, coming off a big win at home at Lambeau against the 49ers, a game where Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns, Jordan Love threw for 2 touchdowns, and the Packers won 38-10. So, big win there, but obviously, the NFL keeps going. Now, week 13, the Miami Dolphins. Tua is back. Tyreek, they have Achane, they have Waddle, they have Johnny Smith. This offense, since Tua got back from injury, has been the number one offense in the NFL. Last week against the New England Patriots defense, and the Patriots kind of suck, but Tua, 72.5% completion percentage, over 300 yards passing, and 4 touchdowns. What a game for him. Waddle, over 100 yards on like 7 catches. I think he had like 140. They did kind of keep Tyreek at bay, but the other guys, Johnny Smith, I think had 2 of the touchdowns, and so this Dolphins offense is really starting to get going. And now Tua obviously being back from injury for a few games. We all saw what happened to him a few years ago, and then last year, and then this year. So hopefully for Tua, he can kind of escape some of those concussion issues. But right now, he is playing elite. He is very accurate. We all know his accuracy is bar none one of the top guys in the league as far as that goes. But we have Jordan Love, we have Josh Jacobs, we have this Packers offense, we have our defense also. So we'll get into the Dolphins defense as well. They have a lot of guys on that defensive side of the ball that we need to watch out for. But for Green Bay, it comes down to being at home again, obviously, and Jordan Love not throwing any interceptions or making mistakes. Not a lot of the throws, but a few of the throws that he had against the Niners on Sunday should have been intercepted by the 49ers, but they weren't picked off, obviously. They dropped it, or it's just kind of a weird angle. So for the Packers, it comes down to continuing to not make mistakes and running the football. I just want to see Josh Jacobs continue to get 26 carries a game. He had over 100 yards, 4-yard a carry average. You keep doing that all game, you're just getting first downs nonstop. 3 touchdowns, obviously. Huge game for him. And this offensive line, obviously doing what they need to do. Rasheed Walker, I always have to throw my props up to him because the 7th-round pick coming out of Penn State, we did not think that he would be the starting left tackle in the future or for years to come. And this guy looks like he's solidified himself as that guy, as left tackle in the league and for the Packers. And so then at left guard, obviously, Elgton Jenkins, a guy that just continues to do what he does, kind of the leader, the veteran on that offensive line. He did have a weird penalty against San Francisco, but I still like what he's been doing. Josh Myers, and then next to him, Sean Ryan, a guy who they drafted 2 years ago out of UCLA, was the top blocking lineman in the whole college football, but his rookie year kind of took some time to develop, and then he was kind of out of shape, and so now he's in shape, and he's ready to go, and he's been playing great. And then at right tackle is Zach Tom, a guy who I just love playing for this Packers team, a guy that can play all 5 positions on the offensive line, and a guy that keeps doing what he does at right tackle. So for this Packers offense to keep going, their offensive line has to keep moving the football and keep moving the defense so the Packers can do this. And so for Green Bay moving forward, at least we'll have to see if Romeo Doubs can play this week against the Lions. He went out with a concussion against the Dolphins. He went out against the 49ers. So next week, after the Dolphins, we play the Lions in Detroit. So that's going to be a tough game. We play Thursday night also, so we have like a whole week, again, obviously, until we play again. And then the Packers will be playing Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then Thursday a week later. So we'll have to get ready for that game as well. But first things first, this Dolphins defense, they have playmakers on that defense. Calais Campbell has been a guy that's been in this league for a long time. 6'7", maybe 6'8", I think, and just a big playmaker, a guy that still can do it at a high level, even at his age and as a veteran in this league. And then they have, obviously, you can't forget Jalen Ramsey, 4 tackles and a sack last week against the Patriots. And then they have Jordan Poyer, a guy that played for the Bills, who you guys might know. And then Javon Holland, another playmaker at safety. And then Kendall Fuller, another guy that we kind of have seen play around the league a little bit. And then guys like Chop Robinson, the rookie, who's kind of come on lately, and then, like I said, Calais Campbell, and then Emmanuel Agba. But a lot of these guys on this defense, just play really well and do what their role is, and obviously having guys like Jalen Ramsey who did play. He's questionable, but he should play, and he did play against the Patriots. So for this Packers team, everybody's gonna have to do their 111th. They always say that, but if Romeo Doubs is out this week, it's gonna take Jaden Reed stepping up, being the playmaker he was kind of this first part of the season. This middle half or middle part, he just really hasn't been doing what he did early on. Obviously, Watson had a big game 2 weeks ago and then drops an easy touchdown last week against the 49ers. Luckily, we didn't need that, but it would have been 45-10. So that would have been kind of cool. But for the Green Bay Packers, I think that Dontavian Wicks, he needs to step up. I know that he didn't really get a lot of chances against the 49ers, but I think he's going to have to step up if Dobbs is out, and then obviously Watson is going to have to continue to take those steps. Tucker Kraft, I love seeing what I saw out of him, just bulldogging people into the end zone. This guy is a beast. He is so fun to watch. So Packers have to keep playmaking like that, doing things of that nature, playing good offensive line football, and then getting it to the playmakers, and Jordan Love has to take care of the football and not make mistakes, not be throwing interceptions, and kind of, the one he kind of threw jump ball to Watson when the defender was in front of Watson. Like, if you're going to do that, you got to put it way up, because Watson's 6'4", the defender was probably like 5'11", so if you're going to do that, you got to really put it up high so only Watson can get it. But then if you do airmail it, then you might have the safety get to it at the end. So what the the TV just turned on. Oh my god, this cat, so funny. Sorry everybody. Oh my god, so funny. Anyway, so Packers' defense or offense, airmailed that one and against the Bears, and so can't do that. And then the Niners obviously didn't have any interceptions, but he almost did, and so we really need to clean it up against a tough defense like the Miami Dolphins. This Dolphins team, obviously, like I said, Jalen Ramsey, Javon Holland, and Jordan Poyer, and Kendall Fuller are all guys that can make plays on the football. So we really need to be cautious and take care of the ball. And then, obviously, playing on a short week, we only have 4 days between games. We play on Thursday night. Miami has to fly up from Miami, so they have kind of the short end of the stick on this one. We both have a short week, but they have to travel. We do get to be at home. So for Green Bay, it'll come down to just making sure that everything is sharp. And then obviously they don't have a 10-day break yet. They have another week, and then they play Thursday, and then they have the 10-day break. So they will have their little mini bye, but they have to get through the Dolphins and then the Lions, like I said. So it'll be really kind of a tough little stretch here, but for Green Bay, I think if they win this one, obviously their chances of making the playoffs are much, much better, and obviously this division is tough. The Lions, we play next week, and then the Vikings won again against the Bears. I hate rooting for the Bears, but I was kind of wanted the Bears not to lose that one, and the Vikings, or them to tie, hopefully just tie, but whatever helps the Packers is always what I root for. So, but anyway, so for the Green Bay Packers on defense, though, these guys are going to really have their work cut out for them. Jonnu Smith, like I said, has been playing great at tight end. They have Tyreek Hill as well. Their running back, A-Shane, and Devon A-Chain, and then Raheem Mostert, who Packer fans know Mostert very well. He's a guy that ran all over us when he was on the 49ers. Then they have the rookie Jalen Wright, who also has been playing pretty decent. Lately, he's been getting more touches. They have Odell Beckham Jr. at wide receiver, Jalen Waddle at wide receiver, who was kind of having some slow games there when Tua just got back, but then last week he blew open for over 140 yards receiving. So they also got Alec Ingold at tight end or fullback, and then Julian Hill at tight end. So they have a lot of playmakers, guys that can step up and make plays, and obviously when you have the cheetah, when you have Tyreek Hill on your team, it's always somebody to watch out for. Hopefully Jair Alexander can bounce back and play this week. We know he didn't play against the Niners, but it'd be nice to see him out there. Maybe that's what he was hoping for, to get back for this game, but we know Jair Hill will probably be out for a few weeks. So Packers have their work cut out for them on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, we saw Lucas Van Ness step up, get a sack, force fumble or recovery by Kenny Clark. Big play there. We saw Rashawn Gary step up and get a sack. We keep seeing Enagbare get close to getting sacks. We need him to step up, but the Dolphins do have a pretty good offensive line, starting with their left tackle, Terran Armstead, who has been a guy in this league that's been playmaker or a solid left tackle for a long time. So for the Packers on defense, it's going to continue to be, can we get pressure on Tua? Can we get in his face? Can we make him throw errantly? Can we force turnovers? So I hope so. I think the Packers on defense, we saw X get another one. He's got 7 now on the season. So He's back to, I think, the tie. I think Kirby Joseph has 7 also with the Lions. So for the Packers, though, continuing to press the offense and hoping they turn the ball over. Obviously, we got sack for forced fumble, and then Keyshawn Nixon made McCaffrey fumble. So another huge play for K9 there. I'm really hoping that this defense can continue to force turnovers and can continue to hold teams to 10 points. I mean, obviously the Niners had a backup quarterback in, but it's still the 49ers. We still took care of business, and we did what we had to do. And we won games with a backup quarterback 3 times this season now, so 2.5 technically. So, but for the Packers, no excuses. The Packers need to take care of business at home against the Lions. Again, stopping the Cheetah and Tua and this high-powered offense with Waddle and Jonnu Smith is going to be quite the task, and they're going to have their work cut out for them. Hopefully, the weather and the short week can kind of slow down this offense a little bit, but it's going to be up to the Packers to step up and do what they have to do to shut down this Dolphins team and go to, what would it be, 9-3 and another step towards their ultimate goal. I don't think they're going to win the division. They're going to have to go on the road unless something shakes up in the playoffs. But for the Packers, winning this game and being on a winning streak going into the Lions game the following Thursday, will be something that they'll really need or really hope to have going into that game, and just have the confidence that they can beat the Lions. They did on the road last year, so I think this Packers team doesn't need any more confidence. They just have to play better and not make the little silly mistakes. I think they can beat anybody. So, all right, go Pack, go. Get this Dolphins team. Packers, Dolphins, Thanksgiving night. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a happy Thanksgiving. See you next time. Peace. Go Pack, go.